and welcome to a review of the knockoff Max Factory Figma horse. This is the brown colored one, 246 version A. And unlike the other video that I just did where they removed all of the logos from the official producers, the Figma logo is still here, the Max Factory logo is still here. If anything, they want to pass this off as the official one as much as possible. I remember when the original one was coming out, I actually missed the pre-order, or the pre-order went too quickly. I was like, oh, the horse is coming out. I guess I'll go get it when the shipment's in. And the shipment comes in and the price goes skyrocketed. Everyone wanted the horse for some reason. I thought it was just, I'm just the one who's going to want the horse, but no, everyone wants it. And the silly thing is, the Revoltech horse also came out in a roughly similar time, and that sold out as well. Arguably, that might be one of the only Revoltechs that I think actually looks really good and I actually want to pick up. I want to pick up the official Figma one, and I want to pick up the official Revoltech horse because they're both quite different from each other. This one's softer, more cartoony, whereas the other one's super muscular and more artistic, like hand-drawn. Looks really cool. But I can't pick those up because the prices have gone up so much. Insane prices. I just can't afford it. And even if I can afford it, they're not that easy to find either. No one's really wanting to let go of the horses that they purchase. So I am hoping Figma can reissue the horse, or Revoltech can reissue their horse as well. But until then, here is a knockoff of the brown horse. There's also a white one and black one that they've copied. But I didn't pick those up because this one's in the middle ground. Like, yeah, black's cool, I guess, but mostly when people think of horses, they think brown. And second of all, the white one, for example, the joints are much more noticeable. Even on the official one, the white one didn't look good. The gap was just very obvious, whereas the brown ones or dark color ones tend to hide these joints a little bit better. Anyway, well, I say brown, but it does say chestnut here. Sculpted by Max Factory. Yeah. And he's got a look at the top of the box. Like they've copied everything from the official stuff. So here it is. It's all of the artwork, same on the back as well. So let's just open the top there. Pull this out. So the packaging is completely the same as well, and they also have this grassy backing card just like the official one. Paper is, I don't know. I feel like from Figma figures I've reviewed in the past, it's not much thinner than the official packaging, so it's good packaging. Hey. And then we have this big plastic tray here, so just lift that up. Oh, these pegs do nothing to hold this together. And we have a plastic sheet there, just the official stuff. So again, they really want to pass this off as the official one, but of course, due to the pricing reasons and other reasons we'll see very clearly, it'll be quite easy to find out that this one isn't the official one. So we have a plastic baggie here full of goodies, just like the official one. So we have a fake Figma stand. So we just plug this peg in. It seems to be working fine, and it seems to be tight enough, I guess. And they also use metal screws there, just like the official stuff. So yeah. We also have this. These are like foot straps, and it is actual rope material here. Now this, I wonder how fragile it is. I don't want to break it, but there are some holes in there, you see that, just like the original one. So I'm just going to put that to the side. I don't want to snap it because it is a useful item. And this plastic tray is, for the most part, I think slightly softer than official stuff, but not as bad as the cougar figure that I did. And oh, there goes the tail. By the way, horse has proper butthole there. Actually, this tail reminds me of a sex toy as well. If you know what that is, then you know what it is. If you don't, then you don't. Wait till you're older. And definitely a butthole. They put it right there. And that's for the stand to plug in as well. So the horse can go, ooh. That's what horses sound like, officially. And there's also a tummy hole there. Bit of paint smudge there, just a line there, but that's fine, I guess. But, just first glance at this, and it looks right, It doesn't look bad. Just legs in the right position. Just like the official one, these leg joints can look a bit hideous. You just move. How would a horse pose? I mean, a horse wouldn't really pose for anything, but if I just want to pose the horse, and like so, and oh, it's standing, kinda. I feel looks like it's gonna. Oh, it's standing. Yay! So there we go. I've actually played with this a bit when I just first unboxed it and first opened it out from the post, but he seems to be standing. So that goes. It's starting to go, but it's holding it up. So yeah, just like the official one, let's go for the articulation. So I think there's a ball joint on the lower neck, and a neck joint there, which is also a ball joint. Cool. Actually, no, it's a peg and swivel, I think. But yeah, that's fine. And the paint, let's actually go for the articulation. So yep, ball joints. Horses go. We got our standard sort of Figma arm joints here on the feet, on all of them. So you can do, I guess, a little bit of rotation there. Like, oh, the horse broke its leg. Like, oh. I'm having way too much fun on this. And let's see, yep, let's see, ball joints in there as well. Can I unplug this leg? Oh no, peg and swivel joint. Standard Figma joint as well. Let's just put that back in. There we go. And, oh, that's weird. You just always get his legs in some weird positions. Like, you just gotta feel bad. Like, if this was a real horse, he'd be in so much pain. So let's just get him back in a proper standard pose again. So yeah, and like I said, the some of the joints are not hidden well at all. For example, you get this huge curve there. Same with the official one. So the thing about this horse is, oh, this thing also comes up quite easily. Somebody knows this. So yes, the thing about this horse is, if you just look at that in the shop, you'd think this is the real thing. It looks good. Like aside from a few niggles here and there, it's fine, you know. But I will say this: when I was testing this out, like obviously when you get a horse like this, he can pose, so that's fine, I guess. But his legs can just barely hold him up. If I try to put a figure on him, which I will in a moment, he will fall over. And but as of right now, he seems to be doing fine, and you have this stand here to help him do more dramatic poses, and he's got these holes in his body, so let's do that. Let's, just for the sake of making it easier for him from now, we're gonna, by the way, I already warped this peg a bit, just try and plug it in. Oh, bloody hell. Whoa, that's supposed to be glued in, that's weird. This is gonna get a little bit frustrating now. And I probably have to cut this video, but if you don't want to see someone on YouTube just having a hard time with a horse on YouTube. A bootleg horse, that is. Well, chicken leg. So let's plug this feet back in. Now I'm gonna see if I can do a dramatic pose with this horse, but yeah, I'm just gonna cut the video here. So yeah, that's awesome, and that's pretty much the reason why I wanted a horse. I wanted Gaim to have a horse to ride on, or any of the other Gaim-related riders, such as, you know, Zangatsu will look awesome, Ryugen and Baron, they will all look awesome on their horses. Now, this was a little bit easier to pose than the first time I messed around with this. When I just opened it the first time, I had an easier time. I was also managed to put the entire peg of the stand up the tummy hole, I guess the belly button of the horse, and it's quite snug in there right now. So I'm thinking I could probably do the same with the butthole as well. And I had to twist the peg around like in circles to make it really go in, because for the most part the entire Figma horse is made out of a soft-ish plastic, but the reason why it feels solid is because it's really bulky, like it's just a big thing clunked together, and that's also why it's really heavy. That's what makes it really hard to stand. This isn't like a hollow chocolate egg, it's full of stuff. Another thing during posing is notice that the neck joint's a little bit loose. It's not a ball peg, it's another just a standard peg and swivel. So here's the thing, look at this looks pretty awesome, and if you're just gonna have him pose on the shelf, he would do fine. However, if you do want to actually have a figure to play around with, I recommend this. Figma does sell replacement joints. So what I would do is I would go pick up the official joints from Figma, because they move a lot better, they're more secure, clutch is just better, and then replace all of the joints in the horse here. And you're thinking, why not just get the Figma horse? Like I said, the price has skyrocketed, super expensive, hard to find. If Figma does reissue the horse, I'm be more than happy to pick up the official one in brown again, and if Revoltech does that again, I'll be more than happy to pick that up, but those are really expensive. So pick this one up, it is pretty cheap, and then pick up some official Figma joints, which are also pretty cheap, just to pick those up. Or I guess if you know some good third-party joints that will work, quite easily swappable into this figure or any other official Figma figures as well. And there you go. You have saved a lot of money and able to have a nice horse to pose and Gaimon. Of course, there are a lot of 1/12 horses, statues and all that don't move. And that's great too if you just want to have something on display. But for me, I don't like statues. I like things to play around with and move around. So this was my option. So I've been actually meaning to pick this up for a while now, but I've only just recently picked it up. And for the most part, I'm quite pleased. I was expecting the worst. But I think what they've copied here, aside from the softer joints, looser joints, they've copied something almost as close to the official one in terms of the overall look of the horse, and the paint details are quite nice too. So yeah, I recommend this horse until Figma does do a reissue.